What up team, Ed from buffbackpacker.com coming at you with part 3 of the 5 different workouts that you can do anywhere when you're on the road, okay? So when you are backpacking, the one thing you will have with you, well you should have, is your backpack or your suitcase. So I've got mine today to show you exactly what you can do. This whole workout only needs your backpack, okay? So this is a lower body workout and the only resistance we've got, as I've said about 1,000 times so far, is your backpack. So we're going to start off with our quads, then hamstrings, calves, and then throw some abs in at the end just for good measure. Okay, and each of these exercises we're going to be doing a superset for each muscle group. Okay, so we'll do a quad superset, hamstring superset, calf superset, ab superset. Okay, so let's start off with quads again. So we're going to be starting off with a front squat with our backpack. Okay, so what that's going to look like, you want your feet to be about just slightly wider than shoulder width with your toes pointing slightly outwards. You're going to hold your backpack up here, squat down and back up. Okay, and then as soon as you've done as many of them as you can perform, and you literally can't do any more, you're going to move on to lunges. So I like to put my backpack here when I'm doing these, or you can even wear your backpack. So a normal lunge, step one, big lunge out in front of you, go down, back, other leg, straight back down. So with both of those exercises, I want you to perform them nice and slowly, okay? Really focus in on contracting your quad muscles. So with the lunge, go down real slow. So focus on lowering your hips with your weight on your front leg. Pause, back up. And really focus on squeezing that muscle, okay? So that's quads done. Next, straight onto hamstrings. So, again, grab your backpack from the sides. We're gonna start off with a single leg Romanian deadlift, okay? So one foot is going to remain planted on the floor, which is really hard here because it's bumpy as hell. So one foot remaining on the floor, keep your back nice and straight, lean forwards, touch the backpack just to the floor, slowly rise back up. So you basically look like Superman. Do as many as you can on that leg and then straight onto the next leg without any rest. Just like that. And when you've failed on each leg, when you can't do it anymore because it hurts so much, we're going to move on to a normal Romanian deadlift, so a stiff leg deadlift. So both legs on the floor. So the points here, keep your back nice and straight so that you're not arching over like this and you're not hyperextending like this. You want it just nice and neutral, so here. And you want to keep your legs just slightly bent, okay? So it's called a stiff leg deadlift, but you don't want to lock your legs out like that. You want them about here, okay? And then when you get to the bottom where you feel them there really tight, that's when you want to come straight back up, okay? Now we'll move on to calves. So this is the calf part of the workout, okay? So ideally for the first exercise you want to be, oh yeah, I should probably mention, I'm wearing my backpacks for this, okay? So this is for added resistance. It's easiest just to wear it because then it's not in your way. It just puts a bit of extra weight on your back. So yeah, it's best to elevate your feet for the first exercise. So I'm using my trusty stool. You can find a curb or anything really that you can use just so that your heels can sort of go further down than your toes, if you understand what I mean. So if you can't find something where you can elevate your toes, then it's not a huge problem, to be completely honest, but it's ideal if you can, okay? So I'm going to smash my lovely stool against the tree. Thank you train once again, coming to interrupt us. Isn't it lovely? Choo choo! So then, for this, so hold on to a tree so you don't fall over. Lower your foot down and rise up. Lower, rise, lower, rise, and try not to fall off of the stool like I just nearly did. And then after that, if you have got an elevated platform, it'd be great to stand on there again, but if not, just stand flat on the ground with your feet next to each other and raise upwards like this, okay? And the key with calves is to not roll your ankles like that. You want to come directly upwards, so imagine that you're just pointing your toe as far that way as you can, okay? That's kind of the key to doing calf training properly. So like I say, if you can elevate your feet to do that, then that's ideal. For both exercises, you want to be wearing the backpack because you want a bit of added weight on your back. And also, so once you've done the single leg raises, jump straight onto the double and then rest up for a minute and then jump back straight in. Okay, so the final part of the workout is going to be, we're going to be hitting our abdominals, okay? So we're going to start with crunches, then leg raises, and then we're going to be doing cycle crunches again. Okay, so we're going to start with this normal crunch, so bring your feet to your bum, raise your face to the sky, it's not necessarily a sit-up, so you don't have to come all the way to here. You just come to there until your abs are completely tensed. So do as many of them as you can until you fail. Put your hands underneath your bum, lift your legs to there, lower so they don't touch the floor, keep them always elevated. As many of them as you can do, nice and controlled, and then finish off with cycle crunches. Again, as many as you can do, until it hurts so damn much that you can't do any more. So that's the end of that workout. So that's the 4 supersets. So this is obviously your lower body workout. So we started off with quads, then we did our hamstrings, then calves, and then finally abs. So do one exercise, rest 60 seconds, do the exercise again, do that 3 times, then move on to the next superset, okay? So you're finishing up with the abs, and that's all done. So that was part 3 of the 5 different workouts. So I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, team.